NCWLIFE Channel Sports is proud to bring you the following presentation.
14-footer, good. Big bucket for Eastmont.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Together for You, and TC Slingers. Now let's go to the gym for live coverage of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Sean Garth with the drive and the shot.
Nice shot to the basket. Hello and welcome everyone to another night of Big Nine basketball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight it's the Moses Lake Mavericks in town to take on the Wenatchee Panthers. Both teams, Eric, I'm Grant Olson by the way, joined by Eric Granstrom. Eric, both teams coming off a loss last night, but I think if you're the Panthers, you felt like one maybe slipped away from you.
I think they just ran out of gas down the stretch. They put so much effort into that first half of play last night, and it was really the tale of two halves, where Wenatchee played fabulously, especially in that second quarter, but just came out and it was a different game. West Valley really turned up the juice in that second half and came away with a victory.
So what do you expect out of Wenatchee energy-wise because of what it took out of them last night?
Well, it's not like they're not used to playing on Friday and then playing again on Saturday. So they should come out, they should be rested, they should be ready to go in this matchup. Now, Moses Lake, meanwhile, they had extra security on hand last night for the game against Davis, kind of contentious between the crowd and things like that. So that's an emotional game at home that you end up losing. Well, Davis is a very good team, though. So we'll see what kind of energy they can bring tonight.
And the last time these two teams hooked up, a close ball game in Moses Lake, I think the final 68-62. Yeah. So I expect another close one here tonight.
Yeah, I think for Wenatchee, we talked about it last night. Rivers Cook has got to be a part of this game, and then they got to have somebody that steps up that we wouldn't normally think about to come through for them, excuse me, off the bench here tonight.
And Wenatchee Panthers once again playing without two big players tonight. Michael Torres, a starter, still injured. He has a bad hamstring, didn't play last night. He won't play tonight. And Caleb Akbadite also out of the lineup. Those are two players that get a lot of time.
Well, but what that does is it opens up for somebody else to get some playing time. We saw the younger Torres play some pretty good minutes last night. You never know who's going to be that ace in the hole for Coach Kansky.
The sophomore McCarthy last night hitting those three-pointers, a big spark plug off the bench.
Yeah, and maybe he can come through again tonight. He's got that shoulder severely wrapped, but it didn't show any negativity for him last night.
All right, as our pregame show continues, I will ask Coach Robin Kansky those questions and more as our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We are joined now by Moses Lake Maverick head coach Jake Hunt. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate
You played a really good team last night at home, got beat at home. What does that take out of you energy-wise? Extra security at that game, too, as a lot of people know. Did your team have energy coming into Wenatchee tonight because of that game last night?
Well, we're going to see here shortly, but I'm sure we're going to have the energy. We know how important this game means. We're in the second half of the season. I mean, this has playoff implications, so we're going to be fine with that. We're kind of bouncing back from guys that have injuries, and so we're going to roll with the guys we have right now.
3-4 in league play. How do you like your team so far this season?
Love my team, love their work ethic. I mean, can't complain about that. Lots of energy, so just get better each time.
68-62 the last time you played the Panthers, a close one on your home court. What do you need to do to pull out a victory here in Wenatchee?
Number one for us will be rebounding. We've got to be able to do that, and then we got to control the tempo to play our pace, our style.
Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we will come back, quick break, and we'll talk to Wenatchee head coach Robin Kansky right after this. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
We are back, and our pregame show is continuing now here on the NCWLIFE Channel, joined by Wenatchee Panther head coach Robin Kansky. And Coach, before we talk about tonight's game, let's go back to last night for a second. Your game plan, I thought, was spot on. You dominated that first half, and then things just got away from you a little bit in that third quarter.
Yeah, they went to work inside with their Parker Mills, the freshman, and we struggled to keep the ball out of his hand, and we just got to work at it. And next time we'll see if we can get a different plan with him.
So what do you tell your players after a game like that? Is it a game that you think might have slipped away from you, or do you take a lot of positives away from that game? I thought your team played a solid game.
Yeah, we talked about the things we did well, you know, and we need to continue to do that. And then we talked about the things we need to fix and do better at. So,
and you know, Coach, you had a close game in Moses Lake with the Mavericks the first time you played them. I think it was 68-62. What can be the difference tonight to get over that hump and come away with a win?
We just need to be aggressive offensively. If we're aggressive, then we'll be fine.
And Coach, you're missing Michael Torres once again tonight. Akbadaiti also out of the lineup. It gives some other players a chance to kind of show what they can do. McCarthy last night off the bench was fantastic.
Yes, I've told the reserve, you got to step up now. Somebody's got to step up, and several of them did that.
As always, Coach, thanks for joining us, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, our pregame show continues. When we come back, it's tip time. Moses Lake Mavericks and the Wenatchee Panthers here on the NCWLIFE Channel, coming your way next.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary Seller's Assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
And welcome back courtside. Grant Olson along with Eric Granstrom. We are just getting set to go. The Moses Lake Mavericks and the Wenatchee Panthers, a series that began back in 1937. Can you believe that? Wenatchee leads this series 95-64, and they're 58-22 against Moses Lake here at home. And I think the surprising stat here is that Wenatchee has won 7 of 8. I know it's their home court, but 7 of 8 against Moses Lake.
Well, that's that rivalry we talked about. You know, and remember, end of last year, it was the game here at home that we called on the NCWLIFE Channel, where Wenatchee came up with a victory over a team that had been playing really well. And that kind of launched Wenatchee into the postseason a little bit to get that big emotional win here at home. And so can they maybe perk up that energy and perk up that emotion again here tonight against what we believe is a rivalry? Now, you talk to the coaches for Wenatchee and the people for Wenatchee, and they say, no, you know what? It's more of a rivalry for Moses Lake than it is for Wenatchee. Well,
I don't understand.
I don't know. You and I have called enough games between Wenatchee and Moses Lake to say this is absolutely a rivalry.
Even when you go to Moses Lake, they look at it as a rivalry. I look at it like the Pasco-Wenatchee rivalry of the old days, sort of, that kind of thing. So I don't know where that came from, but I'd sure look at it that way, don't you?
Definitely so.
Well, I talked to Coach Kansky earlier about what kind of emotion his team would have tonight after a game that may have slipped away from him a little bit last night. And he said, you know what I told the team? This is how you should be playing every night. Yeah. Don't be down on yourself. This is how we should be playing against everyone. So I think that's good advice.
It just seems weird that they're 2-14.
It doesn't seem right.
At bottom of the Big Nine at 1-6, tied with Eisenhower.
I mean, I've seen them play a couple of really good games where they've just lost by a couple of points. So this team, there's no doubt that they have it in them. So let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Moses Lake Mavericks. Starting tonight, only a freshman, 5'11", Brady J. And keep your eye on him tonight. Kyson Thomas is a junior at 5'10", getting the start. Grady Walker, also a freshman, will start tonight at 6'4". Blaine McDonald is a 6'1" senior. And rounding out the starting lineup for Moses Lake is 5'11" junior Hayden Thornberry. And the head coach, of Moses Lake is Jake Hunt. And now for the homestanding Wenatchee Panthers starting tonight. Same as last night. Jackson Bishop, 6'4" senior, along with Aiden Veneros. He's also a senior at 6'1". Jamison Gelsing, the start. He's a 6'3" senior. Travis Torres, he's only a freshman, a 5'8" freshman, also starting tonight. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Panthers is 6'4" senior Rivers Cook. Head coach of the Panthers is Robin Kansky. The gym is filled up a little bit here, Eric, and I got to tell everybody that our starting lineups is brought to you, as always, by TC Slingers. Let TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 885-2269. TC Slingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company.
I was a little surprised at the Big Nine scoreboard last night with Eisenhower knocking off Sunnyside. How about that?
I didn't think that was even a correct score when I looked last night.
Yeah, it was Eisenhower getting their first win of the season and handing Sunnyside their first loss. So Sunnyside now 6-1, trailing Davis atop the standings at 7-0. But Ike with a big 4-point win last night. Davis knocked off Moses Lake, as you mentioned, at home, 81-59. And Wenatchee, I think, should have won that game last night. They just didn't have enough in the tank down the stretch, falling to West Valley here at home, 52-49. And another big game for the Panthers here at home, and you got to defend the home floor.
You do, and I think the Panthers are going to come out with a lot of energy here tonight as well, and they really need to. If they can jump on Moses Lake early here, Eric, I think that they can have some success tonight.
Great officiating crew for tonight's ball game. We've got Steve Simonson, who is our head official. He's assisted by Carlos Perez and Paul Rettel. Good to have Simo here. You know you're going to have a well-officiated game with Steve Simonson on the floor.
Maybe one of the best officials in all of Washington. Absolutely. Right there.
Absolutely.
All right, both teams take the court. Wenatchee in their home whites, the Mavericks in their away maroons. I don't think you said Chiefs once in that girls game.
I did.
Did you?
I did, because remember I said that the whip put it in my head.
Well, I'm trying not to, so we'll see what happens. Jackson Bishop will jump up in the center circle, and he'll jump up against Grady Walker, the 6'4" freshman. Bishop gets the tip, and Wenatchee has the basketball first. 2-3 zone defense to start with here for Coach Jake Hunt and his Moses Lake Mavericks. Sends Bishop all the way back almost to half court. It's Gelsing on the baseline. Now he finds the freshman Torres. Torres stops at the baseline. The ball's knocked out of bounds there by Kyson Thomas, and it'll remain Panther basketball. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Kyson Thomas, one of the fastest men in the Big Nine. We see him in football, we see him in track, and you're going to see him all over the court tonight for Moses Lake.
He is an amazing athlete. You're right, Eric. Bishop now. 4 on the shot clock. Gelsing. Here's Bishop underneath Rivers Cook, and shot clock violation on the Panthers, and that's turnover number 1, and not the way you want to start your first possession of the ball game.
Definitely not. And Wenatchee's going to have to try to figure out how to get against that zone and get their shot opportunities.
Kyson Thomas will bring it down for the Mavericks to Hayden Thornberry. Top of the key, it's Brady J, the freshman. Here's Thomas for 3. Good. Just like that, a 3-0 Maverick lead. Here's Rivers Cook. A little bit of pressure applied by Moses Lake after that made basket. Veneros, far side wing, dribbles out of pressure, and out of Bishop. Back over Veneros. Looks for a screen, gets it from Cook. Now the baseline shot. Torres up and no good. Rebound into the hands of Brady J. He'll bring it down. Gets it over to Grady Walker, freshman to freshman there. No good offensive rebound, though, by Thomas, and back out to Jay. Now here's Thomas. He's already hit 1 3. Another one on the way. No good. Long rebound that goes out of bounds. And this will be Wenatchee basketball. Well, one thing we've learned early, Thomas isn't afraid to put up the 3.
No, he's definitely not. Wenatchee's got to move away from the ball on the offensive end. A lot of guys standing right now.
Jelsing stops before half court, gets it now across the timeline to Torres as Bishop sets up the offense. Far side wing, Veneros. Once again, Moses Lake 2-3 zone defense. Torres in some trouble now, double team, managed to get out of it to Jelsing. Pass in the lane to a streaking Veneros. No good, but he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. I like the play there.
They got to get that ball movement, and they got to have people moving away from the ball as well.
Well, that's just as important. Blaine McDonald picks up the first foul of the night. And that sends Aiden Veneros to the free throw line for the Panthers. First free throw's good.
He didn't start last night, did he?
He did.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, without Michael Torres, I'm sure that's why his younger brother is in there. And then Akbadite got some starts earlier in the season. Here's the second one. Veneros, it's up and good. 3-2 our score. 6 minutes now left to go here in this first quarter. Thomas brings it down for the Mavericks to Brady J. Now out to Throneberry, back over far side wing. Jay kicks it out. Throneberry to Jay. He's going to put up the 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Ball's loose. Who did it go off of? And it looks like it's off of Bishop, and it will remain Maverick basketball. That could have went either way there. That was a pretty close call on the sideline.
Steve Simonson right on the call there. You know, the full court press, what it does. Oh, no, it's going to be. Oh, I thought it was Wenatchee ball.
It is white ball, you're right.
Okay, Simonson said it was Wenatchee's ball, but then the other official came in and said, no, it's Moses Lake basketball.
Okay, Mavericks with it. Thomas on the dribble, goes far side. That's McDonald over there. To Throneberry, now it's Thomas. Free throw line, McDonald. Brady J drives to the baseline, partially blocked by Bishop, and a late call there.
I think Bishop, he was beside the shooter, Brady J, on the shot, and then once he touched the ball, he followed through with the left hand on that block attempt, and he hit the hand afterwards.
Brady J, 5'11" freshman. Free throw on the way. Good.
Well, we saw what he could do as a quarterback on the football team this year, getting the start for his dad, the football coach, and boy, did he play well this season.
That's something, going to be a star. Second free throw on the way. Too hard on that one. No good, but an offensive rebound by McDonald. Back up. Blocked by Jelsing. Back up again, and he draws the foul. The importance of getting the rebound on a missed free throw right there. Isn't it amazing sometimes how players can just kind of sneak around that guy that's down low? Jelsing to the bench for the Panthers. Into the ball game for Wenatchee is the big man. That's Thomas McCarthy, the 6'5" sophomore who played outstanding last night. Free throw good, so McDonald completes the three-point play, and just like that, it's a 7-2 Maverick lead. A little bit of man-to-man full court pressure, nothing too serious. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks and will remain Panther ball.
But what that pressure does, Grant, is it causes Wenatchee to waste time to have to pass that ball around, get it up to half court. By the time they get into their offensive set, they've lost 10 seconds.
Rivers Cook double teamed under the basket, missed the shot, had his hand on it, but then it's knocked out of bounds by Grady Walker. And the Panthers get a fresh shot clock. 5:15 left first quarter. Moses Lake up by 5. Bishop all the way out to Veneros as Thomas comes out on him. Here's McCarthy now. He's not afraid to shoot from the outside. We saw that last night. Here's Torres. Underneath, good look. McCarthy hurried his shot a bit, and then Veneros had that swatted away into the hands of Thomas. 3-on-2 for Moses Lake. The shot taken, Throneberry, and he's fouled as he goes to the basket. Jackson Bishop, 2 quick fouls now, and I think he's going to have a seat next to Coach Kansky as Jelsing back up off the bench for Wenatchee. Here's Throneberry, free throw good. Mavericks perfect so far, 3 of 3 from the line in this first quarter as Jelsing comes in.
I think we've gotten our answer as to how Moses Lake would look after an emotional game at home last night against Davis. They have absolute energy here so far.
They're playing mad. That's what they look like tonight. Free throw good that time too by Throneberry. And we have a timeout. 4:55 left to go in this first quarter. We'll keep it here. It's Moses Lake 9 and Wenatchee 2.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Also by Save Mart, shop smart, shop local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962.
Got an update on the NFC divisional playoffs. At halftime, it's Philadelphia 28, New York Giants 0.
You know, I don't feel bad about missing that game right now.
Wow, I guess. First one was a dandy, though. Kansas City winning 27-20. All right, here we go. 4:54 left first quarter. The Mavericks up by 7, 9-2. McCarthy with it. Now to Torres at the top of the key. Moses Lake now man-to-man defense when they started off in 2-3 zone. Underneath, the Narrows was open for a second. Does come up with the loose ball. And now in some trouble. McCarthy double-teamed in the corner.
Boy, just a smothering defense here for Moses Lake.
Nicely done there by the Mavericks. Brady J. Back the other way. Throneberry to Thomas. Hangs in the air, no good. The rebound, though, the freshman Walker up and good.
4 offensive rebounds so far in the game for Moses Lake.
Wow. We're halfway through the first quarter. Jelsing underneath Rivers Cook. He's got it point blank off the glass. Good.
Wenatchee needed to get that bucket right there.
I think Cook can do some damage underneath if they get him the ball here tonight. McDonald, far side to Jay. Now on the baseline, it's Walker. Back out to Thomas. Panthers in a 2-3 zone now. Walker cross court. McCarthy got his hands on it, but Throneberry comes up with it. Ball still loose, goes out of bounds, and it's off Throneberry, and it'll be Panther basketball.
First turnover of the game for Moses Lake.
Quick moving quarter, 3:38 left. The ball goes right between the legs of McCarthy and out of bounds.
That's a few passes I've seen by Veneros so far in this ball game that have not been easily handled by his teammates.
Zach Noyd comes in off the bench now for the Panthers. 6-foot sophomore as Veneros has a break on the Wenatchee bench. Here's Thomas, Kyson Thomas inside. Throneberry left alone in the lane. Misses the shot though. Gets his own rebound on a deflection. And Moses Lake has a fresh shot clock again. Jay. Head fake, drive to the basket, had it stripped and picked up by Jelsing. Good defense by the Panthers. McCarthy. McCarthy's on the wing, trying to find Rivers Cook down low. Gets double teamed, but with his height, he can just throw over players. Now it's Noyd. Back to McCarthy. He's going to put up the long 3. No good. Rebound. Walker almost had his head taken off under there.
Yeah, Rivers Cook, I think, got to be whistled for his first foul of the game.
It is. Talked to one of the assistant coaches for Wenatchee last night. We were talking about McCarthy, and he said he doesn't want to play post. He likes shooting outside, and he wants to play on the wing. 6'5" sophomore.
Wow. Well, if he's got a handle to be able to do that, that's one thing.
Right. Underneath, ball is loose. The loose ball picked up by Rivers Cook. So 2 consecutive turnovers for the Mavericks here on 2 possessions. We're still at 11-4. Another turnover by the Panthers. Mavericks come back the other way. Brady J down court. Ball goes off the backboard. Picked up by Torres. Wild pace right now, but neither team is really doing anything once they get in their offensive end. McCarthy. Free throw line, Jelsing. Nice pass on the baseline to Noyd. Lost control of it. Now they've got to start over. Back out McCarthy. He wants that outside shot. So does Noyd. He's going to take it from the baseline. No good. Jelsing, the offensive rebound. Back up and in. 11-6 now with under 2 minutes left first quarter.
7 offensive rebounds between the two teams here in the game.
Well, that's a ton in one quarter.
That is. That also means they're not shooting very well.
Right. Throneberry, he's going to put up a 3. Good. Ouch. Just as you said that.
Yep.
8-point Moses Lake lead as we approach a minute and a half left to go first quarter. McCarthy with it. Cross court to Noyd. At the elbow, it's Jelsing, double team there. Noyd left open, baseline too hard though, and the rebound to Thomas. Quickly down court, bounce pass, beautifully done, layup, good. McDonald, how about that pass?
And injury to Jelsing here. He came down, kind of looks like he twisted his ankle, going to try to work through it.
Here's Cook now to the basket, good, and he is fouled under there. A chance for a 3-point play.
Wow.
That was with some aggression to the basket. And Maverick foul is on Grady Walker.
Jelsing's coming out favoring that ankle here.
Did he come down on a shoe?
No,
on
he
a
just
foot?
kind of twisted it himself. He was all alone. It was right after that bounce pass went by him for that layup for Moses Lake.
Rivers Cook at the line has not attempted a free throw yet and has 4 points in this first quarter. Free throw good, completes the 3-point play. Boy, did the Panthers need that. 16-9 in this low-scoring first quarter. A minute left to go. Kyson Thomas barking out orders. Now goes right side to Jay. Double team there. Now is Veneros on him. Thomas underneath. Beautiful pass again underneath.
Oh, my.
Walker almost got mugged underneath there. The Panthers foul. This one's on Thomas McCarthy. So that's 5 team fouls on the Panthers now. 2 more. Moses Lake shooting free throws the rest of this half. Only 2 fouls, team fouls that is, on the Mavericks. Inbounds play. Shot underneath. Nice body control by McDonald. Good. He's got 7 to lead all scorers in this quarter.
Well, you see his sister play well for the girls, and now the brother's taking over here for the boys.
McCarthy likes that outside shot. Can't get it to go. Quick, fast break opportunity for Moses Lake. It's Jay. The layup is in. 20-9, our first double-digit lead. It comes with 18 seconds left in the first. Rivers Cook baseline, loses control of it. Back come the Moses Lake the other way. Beautiful bounce pass again. Blaine McDonald. Veneros, 4 seconds. And he ran
charge
right over McDonald. How about this crowd for Moses Lake here tonight, too? Lots of folks here.
They have brought the noise.
That's 16 fouls on Wenatchee now, too. 22-9 ball game with 2.8 seconds left.
Who's your half-court shooter?
It's going to be probably Thomas, it looks like now, if he has time. Got it off. Oh, and too hard. And that ends our wild first quarter of play. After 1 here at Wenatchee High School, it's the visiting Mavericks 22 and the Wenatchee Panthers 9. We'll be back with second quarter action in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Big 9 basketball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Sankster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Also by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Big first quarter for the Mavericks, 22-9 over the top of the Panthers.
And with the 2 fouls, I see Jackson Bishop back in there. And Eric, I don't think the Panthers are the same team without Bishop in there, kind of running the show to you.
Definitely
a little
so.
bit disheveled towards the end of that quarter.
Yeah, the Mavericks doing what they want to do. They want to run and gun. They had 9 rebounds in that first quarter, 5 offensive.
That's amazing. And Moses Lake will have the ball to begin our second quarter. Great to have you along tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Here's Brady J. He's going to put up a 3. Rainbow is good.
Largest lead for the Mavericks is 16 points.
Now it's Veneros looking for some help. Finds Bishop with a much shorter Thomas on him. That could be something the Panthers take advantage of. Now to McCarthy. Nice pass underneath Bishop. Up and in. His first bucket of the night.
Beautiful elevation by Bishop in one jump. Caught the ball, shot the ball.
Now a turnover for the Panthers too, as cut into this lead a little further. 14-point lead. It's Veneros. Just underway second quarter, 7 minutes left. Bishop looks for help. Veneros inside the lane, gets bumped off the ball. We're going to have a pushing foul in there.
Boy, the officials calling this one pretty tight tonight, Grant.
And it's Tice Miller who is checked in. Tice Miller, a 5'11 freshman for Moses Lake.
Moses Lake is in the bonus the rest of this half.
Inbounds play, 5 seconds. And that'll give it right back to the Mavericks.
No, they're going to call a foul. Offensive foul on Wenatchee.
Oh, they are. You're right.
And that's on Rivers Cook. Ouch. 2 fouls on Cook, 2 on Veneros, 2 on Bishop.
Could be big.
Player possession foul, so no free throws for Moses Lake, but they get the ball here.
Here's Thomas now across the timeline. Stops, looks for some help, and finds McDonald. Now near side. There's Jay. He's been hot. Three-pointer no good. Rebound to Veneros, and the Panthers back down court. Bishop on the left wing. Veneros, now it's McCarthy with it. Holds it over his head to Bishop. Nice fake. Now to the basket. Up and good.
Showing some body control last couple of times down the floor.
Coach Jake Hunt doesn't like what he's seeing, and he wants to talk things over. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go second quarter. It's Moses Lake 25 and Wenatchee 13.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses. They're building communities. Buying or selling? Call Kennedy Real Estate Group. Find them online at KENADYGroup.com. Also by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament or event today. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653.
Well, we talked about the difference of Jackson Bishop in the lineup, and I think we saw it. He had 2 consecutive buckets when he came back at start of that second quarter. Just a better team with him out there.
Yeah, absolutely so. And Bishop is can have a difference in that rebounding game, too.
Absolutely.
9-2 advantage for Moses Lake so far in the rebounding category.
Well, a lot of people forget, Eric, too, is Bishop 6'4", and out here playing at point.
Yeah.
All right, Moses Lake with it. Tice Miller to the free throw line to Walker at the elbow. Jump shot no good. Rebound into the hands of McCarthy. Outlet down court to Bishop. Bishop almost a travel there. He manages to get the pass away, but nobody home.
I've got Wenatchee for 6 turnovers.
That's what I've got too.
Half so far. 4 for the Mavericks. Boy, you know, the way Moses Lake wrapped up the end of that first quarter, Wenatchee had to come out and get a couple of buckets here, or they could be run out of their own gym tonight.
Exactly right. Those were big baskets by Bishop. Here's the Mavericks now with it. 5:56 left. First half. Thomas, one-headed pass right side to Jay. Panthers in a zone defense once again. Both teams have been switching off between man and zone. There's a runner by Thomas up and in.
Elevated from just inside the free throw line, floating through the air, right hand, nice and soft touch.
Well, you said it, Eric, very athletic, and there's another example of that as he just strips the Panthers, gets it knocked out of bounds, but it will be Moses Lake basketball. .14 Maverick lead with the basketball. 5.5 minutes left to go before halftime.
Pretty good crowd on hand that assembled for this one, Greg.
It is a good crowd. Baseline, it's Jay with it. Ball handles his way out of traffic. Now it's McDonald to the basket. Might have got whacked right in the face. And Chelsea comes up with that loose ball to McCarthy. Now down court, Bishop, all passes. Bishop again. Tough shot in the lane. Almost got it to go, but he does draw the foul, and he will go shoot 2. Tice Miller now 2 quick fouls off the bench for Moses Lake. 14 fouls on the Mavericks. And Jackson Bishop at the line has not attempted a free throw yet tonight. Does have 4 points, all here in this quarter. Make it 5.
Throneberry back in for Moses Lake. Replaces Miller that just got his second foul.
Jeez, Eric, 3 freshmen play a lot on this Moses Lake team. Brady J, Grady Walker, and then the player that just went out of the lineup, Tice Miller, as Bishop gets both of them. Having a good quarter, 6 points for Jackson Bishop here in the second. Cuts the lead, Moses Lake's lead, to 12 now as we dip under 5 minutes left in the half. Walker to Jay, the freshman play catch to Thomas, now baseline. Walker tried to post up. It goes out off McCarthy and will remain Maverick basketball.
Nice job by McCarthy, just reaching and not getting a foul there.
Inbounds, it'll be Thomas for the Mavericks. Looks under the basket, goes to Walker instead. Had it poke checked away from him. Now it's Throneberry. Reach in foul. Oh boy, is that huge by Bishop.
3.
Just such a frustrating foul too. Any kind of reach in is just frustrating. Moses Lake in the bonus, so McDonald will go to the free throw line, where he is 1 of 1 so far tonight. 9 points in this first half, all in the first quarter for Blaine McDonald. 6'1" senior, free throw good. Got 10 points now to lead all scorers in this one. 28-15, 13-point Maverick lead, make it 14. That pass hit Jelsing in the back of the ankle that time. Panthers lucky they maintained possession. Veneros far side. Now on the baseline, it's McCarthy. Dump pass down low. Cook, boy, an open Jelsing was headed to the basket, but good defense by the Mavericks to knock that out of bounds.
Well, good recognition by Rivers Cook to find him streaking across the other side of the lane, but Moses Lake did a better job of getting a handout.
And that's a perfect example of what you talked about, Eric, moving without the basketball. If Veneros hits the floor and then gets tied up,
held ball called.
Wenatchee basketball.
Getting up gingerly is Veneros after hitting the floor. Surprised he didn't get a travel there because he rolled from butt cheek to butt cheek.
I was surprised by that too.
You can't do that.
Panthers now 7 on the shot clock. McCarthy on the baseline. A runner, a 6'5" runner. Walker with the rebound, and then it's knocked out of bounds, and the referee said it went off Walker.
No, it should be Moses Lake basketball.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Yeah.
Official Weddle comes in to help out Perez on that call.
4:10 left to go now. It's 14-point lead. The pace of this game has really slowed down.
It really has. Moses Lake has really kind of taken their foot off the gas here in the second quarter.
Brady J with the right hand. This time it's up and in. Not that a freshman. 8 points for Jay in this first half, and it's a 16-point Moses Lake lead, 31-15. Baseline, Jelsing spins out of some trouble, now picks up the dribble back to the baseline, and McCarthy wheels it out to Torres. Veneros on the baseline, has a shot at him. Walker with the block, and a late foul called. And that'll send Veneros to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Boy, I thought Walker got a clean block there. Let's see who they call the foul on.
It
is on Walker.
Interesting. A late whistle too that time. All right, Veneros to the free throw line for the Panthers. Has 2 free throws under his belt so far tonight and 2 points.
I wonder if the official was waiting to see if the ball was going to have a chance to go in the bucket before he blew his whistle there.
That could be too, right. Veneros gets his first, now 3 of 3 from the line tonight. A 31-16 ball game. 3:34 left in the second. Free throw good. 4 of 4 for Veneros. In fact, the Panthers are 7 of 7 from the free throw line this half. Here's Brady J, kicks it out. Thomas, so quick, runner from the free throw line. Doesn't get the roll, gets his own rebound, back up and good. 5'10", and I don't think he's 5'10" even. Got his rebound, good, and there's Veneros with the drive, and he draws a foul. Clock stops with 3:11. Hayden Throneberry, his first foul. 16 fouls now on Moses Lake.
Well, Wenatchee's going to have to continue to be aggressive on those drives to keep getting up at the free throw line.
Veneros, free throw, no good. His first miss of the night.
You had to say there were 7 of 7.
Oh, of
right?
course. Substitute into the lineup, big number 50. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe it's William Jansen.
It is William Jansen. He played some of the JV game as well.
Okay. Just checked in, 5'11" junior. Veneros, free throw, good. 33-18 our score as we approach 3 minutes left in this first half. Throneberry. Panthers staying in the 2-3 zone defense. Right side to Jay. Quick drive to the free throw line, to the basket.
Oh, offensive.
Wow. So Brady Jay will be charged with his first foul, and now the Panthers in the bonus the rest of this half.
Boy, both Jay and Thomas, they love to start the jump just inside the free throw line and just float that ball up.
Big screen by Rivers Cook. Underneath, wide open under the basket. Veneros, no good. Rebound. It's knocked out of the hands of McDonald and picked up by Thomas. Thomas tried a no-look pass, but good defense by Rivers Cook and a turnover. Back the other way come the Panthers. It's Torres to Jelsing. Spins around at the top of the key. Right side, McCarthy. Cross court underneath. Veneros was open for a second. Good D by Moses Lake, though. And Jelsing pushes off on the baseline. That was pretty obvious. And Jelsing picks up his first. I saw that one from all the way over here, Eric.
Yeah.
That might have been the easiest call of the night.
Yeah. You fend with one hand and dribble with the other, you're going to get that call.
Yeah. 15-point Maverick lead in this low-scoring affair. 2:10 left here in the second quarter. Thomas, jump pass, no good underneath, and then McCarthy had it, and the loose ball, who's got it? And we've got a foul, I believe, from behind. I think Willem Jansen.
And that'll put Wenatchee to the free throw line in the bonus.
And it is Jansen with that foul. Picks up his first, as Eric mentioned. That'll send the freshman Travis Torres to the free throw line for the Panthers. No points yet tonight for Torres. First free throw is good. Free throw shooting, Eric, really has kept the Panthers in this game.
Yeah,
8 of 9 in the first half.
They have not had a lot of success from the field, that's for sure.
Another one on the way for Torres. It's perfect. Kid's going to be a player, only a freshman. He's a good ball handler and a good shooter. It's like we talk about young players every week now, don't we? There's so many of them. Brady Jay with it for the Mavericks. Top of the key. Thomas dribbles to the free throw line and then dribbles out of some trouble. Panthers playing a chasing 2-3 zone. Jay with the rainbow 3 again. High rebound. Who's got it? Jansen. And then he gets hacked underneath. Jansen all fired up, and so is the Moses Lake crowd. This foul is on Jelsing, as I mentioned. That's his second.
Well, a lot of the noise you're hearing is from the JV squad behind the Moses Lake bench. And so you've got their teammate out there playing some varsity. They're going to give him some throat.
Exactly right. Free throw, no good. That's the first missed free throw for the Mavericks tonight, too. Both teams just sizzling from the charity stripe. Here's Jansen. Free throw, no good once again, and I think we've got a lane violation. It wouldn't have counted.
Foul.
Oh, it is a foul. You're right. A little bit of pushing and shoving down low. McDonald picks up his second.
That whole conversation about this not being a rivalry, I mean, you watch it out there. I mean, there's no love lost between these two teams.
Or you see the two fan bases, too, back and forth. And you can tell this game means a lot. All right, at the free throw line is Aiden Veneros. 5 of 6 so far tonight. Free throw too hard, no good. Thomas the rebound. And back come the Chiefs now with the lead by 13 and a minute 32 left to go before halftime. Thomas goes near side on the wing to Throneberry. Now baseline, it's McDonald to the big man. Jansen can't get the shot off. They'll try the other side, and Thomas, he comes cross court to Throneberry, baseline, cut off there by Cook. And it's picked up by Jay. Good defense by the Panthers here. 4 on the shot clock. Tough shot, McDonald, and he gets it to go.
Wow.
Panthers couldn't have done much more on defense in that possession.
Even on that shot, he was off balance.
Cook wanted the shot, didn't take it. Veneros will. Baseline 3, it's good. Having a good first half. Aiden Veneros, 35-23. Panthers almost get the turnover, but it's knocked out of bounds instead.
And Veneros defensively back the other way, knocks that ball out of bounds.
Substitute into the lineup is
Willem Jansen.
Thought that was number 50, but
no, 12. William Jansen is the big fella, number 50. Or did I get that wrong? No, it is. Okay.
Not sure.
Yeah, we've got 12 is listed as Willem Jansen. They don't look like they're related. And this shot goes off the
weird.
stanchion.
That was strange looking shot.
And Kyson Thomas gets up with a grin on his face.
He wanted a foul there.
How did they not see that foul? I fell down to the floor with a good acting ability.
So a made bucket here for the Panthers before half would do a lot heading into that locker room. Down by 16, they've cut it to 12. McCarthy on the far baseline, 19 seconds left to go. There's Torres to Cook, cut off by Jansen underneath. Ball is loose, picked up by Venero. 6 on the shot clock. McCarthy's gonna put up the 3. It's an air ball and out of bounds. And now the Mavericks have plenty of time to maybe get down court and get the last shot off here.
Moses Lake doing a great job of making Wenatchee look bad on the offensive end.
No,
it just
you're
had
right.
some clunky sets.
Here's Thomas dribbling right through traffic, coast to coast, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and that is the end of the second quarter. At halftime here at Wenatchee High School, it's Moses Lake 35 and Wenatchee 23. We'll have your halftime show with stats and more coming your way in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And a lot of people were losing jobs. Friends had left the community. It was a hard time. That football team and companies like Abby's kept that place alive and the community spirit alive. That's legendary.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Well, let's take a watch and listen to the Amplehead dance team entertaining the halftime crowd here at Wenatchee High School. A great job by the Appalette dance team entertaining here at halftime, where the Moses Lake Mavericks lead the Wenatchee Panthers 35-23. And Grant Olson, I thought Wenatchee did a pretty good job towards the latter part of that second quarter to keep this thing from getting out of control.
Because they totally lost their way at the end of the first quarter, so there was all a kind of a comeback in that second quarter. But you're right, they did play a little bit better late in the quarter.
I don't have scoring.
And cut the lead down to 12 when it was 16 at one point. So yeah, they played much better late, but that was Jackson Bishop, I think, getting back in the lineup. They're a little better team when he's in there.
Definitely so, and him getting into a foul situation really kind of hurt the Panthers' opportunities there. And, Moses Lake seemed to take the foot off the gas a little bit also midway through that second quarter. Towards the end of the first quarter, I mean, they were just running and gunning and look out, here it goes, and they kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't know if that's a concern by the coach of, okay, we've got to conserve some energy here after what we expended last night against Davis.
Well, that could be, too. I think they came out really well, Moses Lake. That they were very productive on offense. As you said, they got a little sloppy at times, but they made the most of their possessions when they really counted, and they got the big lead on Wenatchee at the end of the first and rode it through in the second. But I think they're playing a pretty solid game, the Mavericks.
Absolutely, and they've got a shorter staff out there on the floor, yet they lead the rebounding situation by a big margin. We'll talk about that coming up.
Really hard to believe. We'll take another timeout, and we'll come back and take a look at those stats. Our halftime score, it's Moses Lake 35 and Wenatchee 23. Back with more after this.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Thanks for joining us for Big 9 basketball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, where Moses Lake leads Wenatchee at the half, 35-23. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured that Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. Also by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Panthers coming out for the second half. And how did we look as far as the stats in that first half, Mr. Olson?
Well, leading scorer for the Panthers, Aiden Veneros, mainly from the free throw line. He scored 8 points in the first half, 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. 6 points for Jackson Bishop. He was 2 for 2 from the line. 5 points for Rivers Cook, 1 for 1. 2 points for Travis Torres, also perfect from the free throw line, 2 of 2. And Jamison Jelsing with 2 points. The Panthers 10 of 12 from the free throw line in the first half and committed 7 first half turnovers. Leading the way for Moses Lake, Blaine McDonald, 13 points in that first half. He was 3 of 3 from the line. Brady J, the freshman, tossed in 8 points in the first half. 1 of 1 from the charity stripe for him. Kyson Thomas with 7. 5 points for Hayden Throneberry and 2 points for Grady Walker. The Mavericks 6 of 7 from the free throw line and committed only 5 first half turnovers.
Meanwhile, the rebounding situation is heavily in favor for the Mavericks. 14-4.
Wow.
Believe it or not, in that first half of play.
4 rebounds.
Yeah, 4 of which are by one of the shortest guys on the floor, Kyson Thomas. But boy, he can elevate.
Well,
so we know that for sure.
Talking about that.
Yeah,
sure.
Blaine McDonald also with 4 rebounds to lead the way for Moses Lake with 7 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds in that first half of play. Meanwhile, the Wenatchee Panthers just 4 rebounds,
Amazing.
2 offensive, 2 defensive. Jamison Jelsing has 2 for Wenatchee to lead, and they just got to do better on the glass.
Absolutely. We'll take one more 60-second timeout, and we'll come back for second half action. It's Moses Lake and Wenatchee from Wenatchee High School on the NCWLIFE Channel. Stay with us.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
Grant Olson along with Eric Granstrom as we are set for second half action here from Wenatchee High School. Moses Lake leads at 35-23, and Eric, just the opposite of what Wenatchee had last night. They had a 30-16 lead at the break and had just a horrendous third quarter. They can't let that happen here tonight, down by 12.
Well, Jackson Bishop so important to the game for Wenatchee offensively that he cannot afford to get his 4th foul here early in this third quarter.
Moses Lake will have it first to begin our second half. Our leading scorer, Blaine McDonald, will bring it in to Kyson Thomas. And the Mavericks get things underway here in the third quarter. Throneberry looked for a screen, didn't get any help from it, though. Back to Thomas, now to Throneberry. Here's McDonald, 13 points at half. Now it's Jay from the baseline, a rainbow 3 again, and a nice rebound for Jackson Bishop. Down court quickly, it's Venero's right wing. Tried to dump it down to Cook, but it's kicked out by Thomas, and that'll give the Panthers a fresh shot clock. Nice to have you here with us tonight. Doubleheader action on the NCWLIFE Channel. Underneath, Rivers Cook double teamed. Managed to get the pass out to Torres. Now here's Bishop. Far side wing, no look pass. Torres on the wing for 2, good. His first bucket of the night. Or I should say, no, his second of the night. He's got 4 points. Here's Thomas, so quick, and a reach in by Torres. But I think Thomas really slipped there right outside the lane. But it's going to be Travis Torres with that foul, and that's our first team foul in the second half. Thomas to bring it in for the Mavericks. Looks for somebody under the basket. Nice defense by Bishop. Goes out of bounds. And
that long wingspan he has, he can just pluck at that ball.
It's easy to forget, I should say, that he's 6'4", as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun when both quarterbacks for the teams are out there playing each other, isn't it? Underneath, McDonald gets good. Perfect position under that basket. He's got 15.
Well, if you're Moses Lake, you know that number 2's out there playing with 3 fouls. So you're going to try to go at him.
There's a turnover by the Panthers, our first of this half. And back come the Mavericks. There's McDonald with the right hand up and in.
And again, it was Jackson Bishop there defensively. Not much he could do. Tried to draw the foul for the official. Now we're going to get a timeout taken by Wenatchee.
6 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Moses Lake 39 and Wenatchee 25. We're back courtside in 30 seconds.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
Big 9 basketball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality installation, service, and repair.
Tell you what, we only played a minute and a half of this third quarter. Moses Lake, a bit more energy coming out of that halftime locker room.
Definitely so. I think that Coach Hunt gave his boys a little talking to at halftime, and they've come out with a pep in their step here in the second half.
No doubt. 39-25, 14-point Maverick lead out of the timeout. Panthers with it. It's Jackson Bishop to Veneros. Just when you think you can dribble away from Thomas, he's got that great speed. He just catches right up to you. There's Bishop, point blank, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, and then Throneberry gets him on the arm. And Bishop may go to the line and shoot two here. It's Hayden Throneberry's second foul. Both teams now with a team foul in this third quarter. Not a shooting foul as Bishop brings it in. It's Jelsing in the lane, a one-hander, no good. Rebound to Cook. Took a few steps, but he gets the basket to go.
Well, 3 opportunities to get one, but Wenatchee, we talked about, had to do better at the glass, and they are right there.
Absolutely. Underneath, ball is loose. Jay's on the floor for the Mavericks, and Cook managed to slide it out of there. Now it's McDonald on the floor working with Jelsing. The jump ball is called, and it looks like it should be Panther basketball. Bit of a scrum there that time. 5:56 left.
Good job by the officials not to call a foul there, because I don't think there was one.
I don't either.
This guy's going for the ball.
All right, Wenatchee needs to keep it here and close this gap. Can't let it get more than what it is right now. Needs some good possessions on offense. Here's Veneros. Thomas on him, man-to-man, as Moses Lake comes out in that defense here to begin with. There's Torres, almost gets the three, and we've got an over the back, I think, on Walker.
Yeah, Walker actually had position, but then Rivers Cook was inside of him for the basket, to the basket. Rivers Cook goes up while Walker had his hand outstretched looking for the basketball and draws the foul.
Boy, that's experience right there. Senior versus freshman, I think.
Yeah. Walker comes out. That's his third foul.
And Braden Cast comes in, number 50.
We apologize for not having that right in the first half.
Right. There's Cook. Point blank this time. It's good.
10-point ball game, Grant.
9 in the game for Cook now. Here's Thomas as we dip under 5.5 minutes left in the third. Throneberry, far side, comes back out, top of the key. Thomas, Panthers zone defense. To Brady J. Now it's Throneberry. Looks for an opening. Boy, lowered that shoulder. That was a pretty easy call, too. As Throneberry now picks up foul number 3. As soon as you lower that shoulder, you're going to get that call.
This game's becoming interesting, Grant. Momentum kind of be on Wenatchee's side right now. We've got some moisture on the floor, I believe, so we'll get that cleaned up.
Right by the free throw line.
Robin Kansky with the towel throw. You can never depend on a good towel throw. That's just all there is to it.
Well, there looks like no way the official was going to do it, so Robin just says, all right.
All right. Kind of the Wenatchee way. You see their athletic director, Jim Beeson, out here picking up garbage.
Sweeping the floor.
Yeah, you got Kansky out there wiping up some sweat.
10-point ball game as we creep up on 5 minutes left to go third quarter. Panthers cutting into this Moses Lake lead. Can they do it some more here? Been there, I should say Torres with it. To Jackson Bishop. Lob pass almost too high for Veneros. He corrals it in. He's double teamed. Thomas on him. 6 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Bishop left open and hits it.
Is that a 6-0 run now for Wenatchee?
It is. 39-31.
Moses Lake really needs a bucket this time down the floor. They're having a heck of a time. In fact, the coach wants to talk about it. 30-second timeout for the Mavericks and Jake Hunt trying to get his crew back together here.
They're kind of disheveled here in this third quarter, without a doubt. 4:33 left in the third. It's Moses Lake 39 and Wenatchee 31.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Confluence Health. High quality care close to home. Confluence Health, dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high quality care in 12 communities. Also by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade guiding you home in North Central Washington.
It seems like Wenatchee, I don't know about you, Eric, that they're getting a little more confidence on offense.
Yeah.
They're feeling that they have a kind of an advantage down low, I think, and that's where they're getting most of their buckets.
Absolutely, and they've out-rebounded Moses Lake here in the quarter, 3-0, and 2 of those offensive rebounds.
They absolutely have a height advantage. There's no doubt about that with Rivers Cook and also Jackson Bishop. All right, Mavericks have it. 4.5 minutes left in the third. 39-31. Panthers cutting away at this Maverick lead. Thomas guarded by Bishop. Big height difference in that matchup. Thomas goes to the basket, just used his jumping ability, in and out, no good, and then Bishop knocks it out of bounds. It'll remain Maverick basketball.
You know, Wenatchee had the numbers on that rebound. There was a lot of white jerseys in there. No need for the sweep by Bishop.
That's right. Thomas is picked up by Veneros. Now far side Throneberry in some trouble, and then gets the ball just taken away from him by Jelsing. Back the other way come the Panthers, down by 8. Veneros ball's kicked by McDonald. So that'll give Wenatchee a fresh shot clock.
Try to bounce pass into Rivers Cook down low on the block. Get some more work on that inside presence.
Alley-oop to Cook in the lane. Gets the shot off. Can't get the roll, though. Boy, I thought Bishop had that offensive rebound, but it's into the hands of Thomas. Quickly down court, looking for help. Baseline, it's Jay with that moonshot again. No good. Jackson Bishop, the beautiful rebound for Wenatchee.
Boy, did Moses Lake need that bucket right there.
Here's Bishop to the basket.
That's number 4.
Oh, boy, that's a huge foul for the Panthers. We've said it over and over. Not quite the same team without number 2 on the floor. And now they're going to have to play without him for a bit as McCarthy checks in.
That was just a case of being a little bit too greedy. They get a stop down the one end of the floor. They get a nice rebound. And then Bishop just wanted a little more than what was available.
Boy, and there it just wasn't there. Under 3.5 minutes now left in the third. 8-point Moses Lake lead with the basketball. It's on the floor, though. It's picked up by Cast. He's tied up Jelsing. What's the call here?
We might get a foul on Moses Lake on that.
I think they call it a jump, and it should be Maverick basketball, alternating possession.
They did.
You're right, though. That could have been a foul, Eric.
Yeah, because reaching around was Cast there. And he was grabbing the body. He didn't have any hand on the ball at all.
And just watching him a little bit, he's a rough customer under that basket.
He's a football player playing basketball right now.
Thomas inbounds pass, does manage to get it to Throneberry. Brady J on the wing. That good a travel. There's McDonald. 3 ball, no good. Nice rebound by Rivers Cook. Outlet to Veneros. Boy, I think they had the numbers. He slowed it up, though. And now Cook into the lane. Spin move. Shot good.
Well, we talked about Rivers Cook needing to be a big factor for Wenatchee. He sure is in this third quarter.
Panthers feeling it now. 39-33.
Moses Lake led at one point by 16 in the first half.
Here's Thomas. The 3 off the glass is good.
Boy, Moses Lake was just dire need of a bucket. Kyson Thomas comes through.
Woo. Veneros dumps it down on the baseline. Turnaround shot. It's blocked out of bounds, and a foul is called. Jelsing even a little bit of a grin there. I don't think he thought it was a foul either, but we're going to get one.
Are they going to get Thomas for that
I think
foul?
so. It is.
Wow.
Kyson Thomas picks up his first. And that'll send Jamison Jelsing to the free throw line for the Panthers.
Only 4 team fouls on Moses Lake, only 2 on Wenatchee in the second half.
Chelsea, first one on the way, short on that, no good. His first trip to the line tonight.
Chelsea almost has the Jack Sikma shot where the ball's off to the side of his head.
He really does. Braden Cast comes out, and the freshman Grady Walker checks back in for the Mavericks.
I recognize that because that's how I shot.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Off to the side like that? Free throw is good.
I was never taught how to properly shoot a basketball.
Back the other way, it's the Mavericks.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was close. Rivers Cook came over, barely got his feet set, and they called the player possession foul on Moses Lake.
We're going to have a little conference about this one, too. So,
wait a minute.
Who's the foul?
There's not a 32 on the floor. There's not a 32 on the floor. Was it on 23?
Okay, 23. That's Blaine McDonald. Okay. So that's his third, and that's a big foul,
too. That is a huge third.
Grady Walker with 3, Blaine McDonald, and Hayden Throneberry.
Oh, almost could have got his 4th right there.
Here's Torres as we get close to 2 minutes left now in the third. Good game here from Wenatchee tonight.
Beautiful
Underneath
pass.
Chelsea, wide open, good. 6-point game, 42-36. Coach Hunt is not happy and wants to talk things over again. A minute 58 left to go, third quarter. Moses Lake 42 and Wenatchee 36. We're back courtside in 30 seconds.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Big 9 basketball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Clean Connection. Call Clean Connection to keep your carpet, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. Locally owned, find them at yourcleanconnection.com.
And Panthers have outscored Moses Lake 13-7 in this third quarter and have cut what once was a 16-point lead, now down to 6.
I mean, it's just an absolute reversal of what we saw last night, where Wenatchee struggled in the first half, or actually had the big lead in the first half, had a beautiful second quarter, came out flat, and what West Valley came storming back in that third quarter.
Absolutely.
Absolute opposite here tonight.
All right, here we go out of the timeout. A minute 50 left to go in the third quarter. Moses Lake up by 6. Thomas on the baseline, give and go, and it's stolen away. That was a play out of the timeout, too, and that's a big turnover. McCarthy back down the other way for the Panthers. Underneath Chelsea, and again, wide open, good. Good look by Thomas McCarthy there. 4-point game. Under a minute and a half left in the third. Boy, this fourth quarter is going to be something. Jay.
Moses Lake looking hesitant on the offensive set here.
They're not as confident, you're right, as they were in the first half. Now Thomas is going to put up the tough three. Good.
Oh, mamma mia.
13 in the game, his third three-pointer. It's 45-38. Now Rivers Cook.
Oh,
boy, Chelsea is just wide open on that weak side every time.
He is. They are just leaving him all alone, and Rivers Cook recognized that he had Kyson Thomas on him. A mismatch as far as height is concerned, and had that pass right there, but a little bit too strong. Only the second turnover I have for Wenatchee in the second half?
Yes, both of them with 2 is what I have in the second half. Here's Walker now looking for some help. Hands it off to Thomas with 47 seconds left. Thomas, beautiful pass underneath to Walker. He couldn't control it though, and Rivers Cook comes up with it. And back come the Panthers, too far on the pass. Veneros can't catch up with it, and so dueling turnovers.
I had to mention only 2 turnovers per team. Yeah.
Then they both get another one. Yeah, 36 seconds left now.
Shut my mouth now.
So 6 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Mavericks up by 7. Throneberry on the wing to McDonald, wheels it around. Thomas is going to take another 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Rivers Cook high for that rebound. Now it's McCarthy, the sophomore, with 16 seconds left. Underneath, Venero's good, and he's fouled. Beautiful pass from McCarthy. Foul is on Kyson Thomas. That's number 2 on him. Venero's at the line where he was 5 of 7 in the first half.
Good ball distribution all the way through this quarter by Wenatchee.
They're finding the open man here in this quarter without a doubt. Venero's free throw gets the roll. It's good. He completes the 3-point play, and here comes Moses Lake now with 8 seconds left. Thomas to the basket. Good, and he's fouled. How about that? That took about 3 seconds to get down court. So let's see if it does count.
Third foul on Rivers Cook. They will count the bucket, so and 1 here for Kyson Thomas.
Boy, big foul there, too. Jackson Bishop with 4, Rivers Cook with 3. And into the lineup for the Panthers is Theron Sorum, a 6'5 junior. Also checking in for Moses Lake, back into the lineup, Tice Miller, 5'11 freshman. All right, 5.3 seconds left, third quarter.
It's good to get McDonald out of there for Coach Hunt.
That was a good move. Thomas free throw good, and he completes the 3-point play. And also substitute into the lineup is Willem Jansen.
There's Willem.
There he is. Clay Walker will take a seat. 5 seconds left. 7-point Moses Lake lead. They were up by 12 at the break. Jelsing, 1 second. The shot is in time. It's off the mark, and that will end our third quarter of play. Folks, we've got a good one at the end of 3. It's Moses Lake 48 and Wenatchee 41. We're back with fourth quarter action in 60 seconds.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
All right, the start of the fourth quarter upon us. And Eric, it's been a flip in confidence so far in this game. Where Moses Lake was confident, it seemed like every offensive possession down the floor. Now they're not so much. And Wenatchee is feeling it. They're feeling that confidence when they have the ball now.
Well, and Wenatchee outscored Moses Lake 18-13 in the quarter. But if it weren't for Kyson Thomas kind of taking the shoulder of everything here offensively, Moses Lake might be behind right now.
Boy, that was a tough shot by McCarthy there. He came up short on it with the right hand, and the rebound to McDonald. Now it's Thomas. Drives and gets it stripped away from him. Good D by the Panthers.
McCarthy got a hand in there.
Trying to find Rivers Cook posting up down low. Near side, cross-court pass to Veneros. Now it's Torres to McCarthy. Cook at the free throw line, had the ball stripped from him too into the hands of Veneros. Back to Cook, 9 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Spin move under the basket, good, and he is taking over this ball game.
Yeah, you got the senior against the freshman there, and he's taking him to school right now.
13 points for Rivers Cook, 8 here in this second half. Jay with it, the freshman doesn't get the roll, rebound to Cook. Panthers feeling it here, down by 5. It's Torres top of the key. McCarthy, such a big customer out there, holds that ball above his head. Now it's Cook on the baseline, almost had it stripped away from him, gets it back. Here's Veneros, baseline, working on Thomas. Left open McCarthy, nice head fake, throws the right-handed shot up and good. His first bucket of the night, and it was a big one. We've got a 3-point game, 48-45.
Well, here comes Jackson Bishop back in the lineup with 4 fouls.
I'm not sure about that call, Eric. It looked like it went off 2 Moses Lake players, and Barrow said, no, coach, I did in and out. That's too honest, Eric.
Hey, youngster.
All right, Miller to bring it in, and it throws it right into the hands of Torres.
Boy, 5 turnovers here suddenly for Moses Lake here in the latter stages of the third and starting the fourth.
As Eric mentioned, Jackson Bishop back out there playing with those 4 fouls, and Panthers have played great without him in there. Here's Veneros to Cook. Torres to Cook, 8 on the shot clock. Cook's going to take the outside shot, doesn't get it this time. Thomas the rebound, and then he gets roughed up a bit by Jelsing. And it is Jelsing with that foul. That's number 3 on him. 14 fouls on Wenatchee. Into the lineup. Back in there is Hayden Throneberry. And he replaces Tice Miller. 48-45. We are under 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And Moses Lake clinging to this 3-point lead, which once was 16 in this game. Here's McDonald now. To Jay. Dribbles. Gets out of traffic. Thomas gets that elevation. The shot, good.
Unbelievable. His hops, I mean, the roof is not tall enough for him here.
It's crazy. 18 in the game for Kyson Thomas now. 50-45. There's Veneros, does get a screen from Cooks. Now a switch, and that's, I should say, Jelsing, and that could have been a travel there.
Yep.
And it is, and that's a turnover on the Panthers. Boy, all turnovers so big right now as McCarthy checks in. Rivers Cook needs a bit of a break. He has had just an outstanding second half. 8 points for Rivers Cook.
I like the combo of having Cook and McCarthy in at the same time, though, for Wenatchee.
I do, too. I agree with you, Eric, because Moses Lake really doesn't know how to handle that underneath. Beautiful move. McDonald can't get the layup, though, and Torres the rebound. Big break for the Panthers. Veneros dribbles on the baseline and a reach-in foul on the baseline.
Both teams in this game have had a few whistles that have benefited not a great look offensively.
No, that's right, and that's Throneberry's 4th foul.
Say that 3 times fast.
I know. It looks like it should be Thornberry, but it's Throneberry.
Throneberry with 3 fouls. The thistle that was thrown.
Free throw good by Veneros.
Through the thick glass. Sorry, I got 5 minutes left to do this.
Into the thicket.
Maybe.
Here's Veneros' second free throw, good. He had 9 of 11 from the free throw line in this game. And it's 50-47, under 5 minutes now left to go. Fourth quarter, beautiful move. Thomas to the basket, good. He just jumped right over Jelsing. What a player.
The combination of quickness that he has and then the hopping ability he has, that's just tough to defend.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, Veneros baseline, nice shovel pass. Jelsing in the lane, point blank, no good. Gets his own rebound, and that's no good. Thomas high for that rebound. Boy, a great opportunity for Wenatchee right there. Thomas on the dribble to McDonald. Also had an excellent game for Moses Lake. To Jay, the freshman. Back out to Thomas, directing traffic. I think he wants to take it to the basket, doesn't though. 9 on the shot clock for the Mavericks. Here's Jay, and we've got a blocking foul. It's offensive, it looks like. Maybe a moving screen, possibly.
That could be.
It's on Walker. That's number 4. He joins Hayden Throneberry now with 4 fouls as Rivers Cook comes back.
Rivers Cook back in.
And Bishop and McCarthy.
Back in. So
that's a big lineup, Eric.
That is.
2 6'4s and a 6'5 on the lineup on the floor for the Panthers. Veneros. Under 4 minutes now left to go. Panthers down by 5. Torres to Cook. See that freshman? He's having a hard time with Rivers Cook down low.
He is, and that's 5 fouls. He's out.
That is 5 on Grady Walker. Ends the game with 2 points on the night.
And he ends with 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive. And give credit to Rivers Cook. He just really took it to the freshman here in the second half.
Well, he's physically stronger and a lot more experience. He's got those things, 2 things going for him as Braden Cast.
Got Cast coming in, and Rivers Cook probably licking his chops right now. And another youngster coming in here for Moses Lake.
Boy, big height advantage for Wenatchee right now. Big free throws for Rivers Cook. First one on the way, good.
Jelson's going to come back in for the Panthers, and he will replace Veneros, so they get even bigger in
I'm
their
going to
lineup.
say, he's 6'3", so a very big lineup. And then there's Travis Torres, the little freshman out there. All right, Cook made his first one. Here's the second one on the way. Gets the roll. It's good. 3-point game once again. 3:40 left in the fourth. 52-49. Thomas left open for 3. You don't want to do that. It's good.
Unbelievable what Kyson Thomas has done. Basically single-handed kept Moses Lake in this game and kept their lead.
Timeout called. 3:23 left to go in the game. Moses Lake 55 and Wenatchee 49. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
Big 9 basketball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic, Physical Therapy, Orthotics. All you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Well, since the first quarter, the Panthers have outscored Moses Lake every quarter since that first, and now have outscored Moses Lake 8-7 here early in this. Well, not early. We're late in the fourth quarter now. Can they keep this trend up? They're going to have to if they want to come away with a win here.
And I don't know how you find a solution if you're Wenatchee's defense against Kyson Thomas. This guy is on fire.
6-point Moses Lake lead. 16 points in the second half for Kyson Thomas. He had 7 at the half. 23 on the night. Cook inside, can't get the roll.
No, it's
Jelsing rather, and Thomas the rebound. He's going to slow things up a bit now as we get close to 3 minutes left in the game. Throneberry on the baseline just kicks it back out to Thomas. And looking for a screen, goes the opposite direction. Good defense by Torres. Quick pass, Brady J left open for 3. Rainbow again, no good. And there's Rivers Cook with yet another rebound. Panthers need some good possessions here with 2:40 left, down by 6. McCarthy on the far wing, baseline. There's that runner again. Right hand, good.
How does he do that?
It's amazing. 55-51. Panthers not going away tonight. Throneberry, far side, Jay with it. Drives into the lane. He's got a runner. It's good. His first points of the second half, and he's got 10.
And both teams shooting really well here.
They are. Here's McCarthy left open for 3, way off the mark this time, and McDonald the rebound. Those shots were falling for McCarthy last night, and what a difference a day makes. Can't hit anything here tonight. McDonald has been so deadly. There's the big man Cast underneath. Beautiful pass by McDonald. And Braden Cast will go to the free throw line.
They're going right at Rivers Cook, trying to get him in foul trouble. That's number 4 on Cook.
I'm surprised they weren't doing it earlier, actually. Yeah. They just don't have the big man really to get the job done underneath, though, do they?
Nope.
Minute 51 left. 6-point Moses Lake lead. Cast trying to add to that. Free throw, no good. Oh for 3 from the free throw line since he's come off the bench. Braden Cast. 4th one on the way. No good. Torres the rebound. Panthers back the other way, running out of time here. 1:42 left. Oh, then a turnover right at the free throw line. 2-on-1 Moses Lake. Here's McDonald. The layup no good, but the rebound into the hands of Jay. He gets knocked to the floor. And I think we're going to have a Panther foul here.
Yep, they're going to call it on Jackson Bishop. That'll be number 5.
And you're right, Eric, exactly right. 8 points on the night for Jackson Bishop and was 2 for 2 from the line. But it's just a big presence that you don't have on the floor anymore for Wenatchee.
For the Panthers, that turnover at the free throw line was humongous. Any chances kind of flying out the window of coming back all the way here.
Absolutely. Aiden Veneros checks back in for the Panthers with 1:31 left to go. Underneath McDonald on the inbounds. Up and in.
Wenatchee just 19. Wasn't ready to go there.
They weren't. 8-point lead now with 1:19 left. Cook into the lane. Can't get the shot, but draws the foul. That would have been a huge 3-point play.
That's 10 against Moses Lake. So Wenatchee still with a chance here. They're going to be in double bonus the rest of the way.
Braden Cast picks up his second.
Got to make your free throws.
Oh, you can't miss them now. 8 points down, 1:17 left. Cook, first one is good.
That is just money about worth on that one.
Just about to say in and out, no good. 16 points now for Rivers Cook on the night. 11 here in the second half. Free throw, good.
Timeout Wenatchee.
1:17 left to go. It's Moses Lake 59 and Wenatchee 53.
And our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza night tonight. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Don't forget, we'll be back with wrestling next Thursday night. It's Wenatchee at Eastmont at Eastmont High School. I'll be Matt's side for that at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday, Grant and I back with the Battle of the Bridge. Wenatchee, Eastmont at Eastmont. 5:45 for the girls, 7:30 for the boys. That's next Friday here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
For the 3rd time this year.
That's right.
They're always fun. They could play 5 times and it'd be fun, wouldn't it?
I think they might get a little sick of each other, though.
Yeah, they might. All right, 1:17 left to go. Panthers down by 6. Moses Lake with the basketball and the inbounds. Here's Thomas with it. Gets roughed up a bit in front of the Wenatchee bench. Right in front of Coach Kansky, too, as Jelsing picks up the foul, and that's number 4 on him.
And that's on Torres, his second.
And Thomas goes to the free throw line. He's only shot 1 free throw all night long. It was good.
It's incredible considering his drives to the bucket.
Free throw on the way, good. All right, Thomas will get another one. That extends the lead now to 7, 60-53 with 1:14 left. Thomas, second free throw. Doesn't get the roll on that one. Throneberry saves it, knocks it off of Cooks, and it's Moses Lake basketball.
Boy, what a huge offensive rebound, basically, that turns out to be for the Mavericks.
And a heads-up play by Throneberry. Fresh shot clock. The ball goes off the back of Veneros' legs and out of bounds, so we'll do this again.
Well, they tried that play again where they got it into McDonald last time around. He was wide open for the shot.
Thomas will bring it in for the Mavericks. And he's going to come all the way down court to Throneberry. Brings it back into the Moses Lake end of the gym.
got a foul here.
And they do get the foul, Jelsing. And that'll do it for Jamison Jelsing as well.
Is it? I've got him for 4.
Oh, do you? I've got him for 5. It is 4. You're right.
Yep.
Sorry there, Jamison. Is the guy you probably really don't want at the line is back there, Kyson Thomas. He is 2 of 3. Free throw, good.
Well, we talked about surviving the wave last night, and Moses Lake has done a good job of surviving this second half wave by Wenatchee.
They really have. 26 points on the night now for Kyson Thomas. What a night he's had. Here's McCarthy, baseline to Cook, and it gets stolen away by McDonald. No use even really fouling if you don't have to. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Torres. Boy, 2 big turnovers here late in this game.
Yep.
9-point Moses Lake lead, 52 seconds left. Wenatchee needs a quick foul here if that's the strategy. Ball is into Throneberry, back to
that
Thomas.
would have been the guy to foul.
Right.
And if that is on Jelsing, that would be his 5th.
Right.
It is.
See, I was just a psychic, Eric, that's all. So Jamison Jelsing leaves the game with 7 points on the night.
3 rebounds for Mr. Jelsing.
Theron Sorum checks in for the Panthers. He's another big one. 6'5" junior for Wenatchee. Lots of height on this team.
9th team foul against Wenatchee. So next up would put Moses Lake in the double bonus.
Thomas, free throw, good.
Boy, has he made all of them here in the fourth quarter?
He's missed 1. He's 4 out of 5.
Wow.
He had that one that just rolled up.
That's right. That was the offensive rebound.
It was. Going for his 28th point, no good, but there's Brady J with the rebound. Jump ball will go to Moses Lake.
Yep, Soren grabbed a hold of it. Brady J wouldn't let it go, and a held ball called.
63-53, 10-point Moses Lake lead. Wenatchee had it cut to 3. Brady J with it in the lane. And we've got a foul called. And it's on the youngster Torres.
Well, Robin Caskey, I don't know if you can hear him in the background there, but he's hollering to his guys on the floor, "Are you going to rebound?" Well, and that's,
especially on a free throw, you got to get those.
Spin huge.
The freshman gets it. He's got 11 in the game. Also in double figures, Blaine McDonald, 19 for Moses Lake. It's been the 3 guys really that's done the damage. Free throw good by Jay. 12-point lead now. Panthers need a miracle.
Yeah, final score is not going to reflect how close
and
this
another
game
turnover. 3 consecutive turnovers for the Panthers, and that'll probably seal this away for Moses Lake. Thomas. Benaros will pick up the foul. It's number 3 on him. 27.3 seconds left.
Yep. Again, this final score is not going to reflect how close this game actually has been. But credit Moses Lake. I mean, they survived the big rush by Wenatchee. And Kyson Thomas, a one-man wrecking crew here tonight.
Been amazing. Gets that free throw. He'll get one more. And it's also good. 26 seconds left. Panthers down by 14 now. 16 was our biggest lead. Sorum back out to Rivers Cook. He's going to take the 3. Why not? Short and goes out of bounds with 13 seconds left. 67-53. Moses Lake will improve to 4-4 in league play and 7-8 overall this season as the Panthers, no fouling now, no need to, and that's going to do it. And our final score here from Wenatchee High School, the Moses Lake Mavericks 67 and the Wenatchee Panthers 53. We'll come back with post-game and stats right after this.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary Seller's Assurance Program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
All right, we are back courtside. Our final score, Moses Lake comes away with the victory here on the road by a final of 67-53, and the Panthers made a valiant comeback, Eric, but just came up a little bit short. Mainly it's because sloppy ball handling towards the end of the game.
Yep, turnovers, that tells you a lot about the youth that's prevalent for the Wenatchee Panthers, and that also kind of says a lot about the fact that they're a one-win team in Big Nine play. It just got so tight. They got it to within 3 after trailing by 16, and then just some mental errors down the stretch.
Boy, and they just seem like such a better team than a 1-7 team in league play, don't they?
Yeah,
they really do. All right, let's take a look at our final game stats now. We'll begin with the Panthers leading the way for Wenatchee. Rivers Cook ends up with 17 points on the night. He was 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Aiden Veneros, 13 points. He was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. 8 points for Jackson Bishop, 7 for Jamison Jelsing, and 4 each for Thomas McCarthy and Travis Torres. Panthers shot great from the free throw line, 16 of 19 in the ball game, and committed unofficially 14 turnovers on the night. I'll tell you, the big scorer tonight, though, is Kyson Thomas for Moses Lake. Finishes the game, Eric, with 29 points, and he only had 7 at the break. 22 second-half points for Kyson Thomas, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Also a nice night for Blaine McDonald with 19 points and 12 points for the freshman Brady Jay, 5 points for Hayden Throneberry, and 2 points for the freshman Grady Walker. Moses Lake also fantastic from the free throw line, 15 of 17, and committed 10 turnovers in the ball game. But you said it all along, it was Kyson Thomas, the difference in the second half.
Definitely MVP tonight when they needed somebody to step up and kind of put the plug in the jug as far as the leak was concerned in their lead, and he was the man to do it, draining one after another from outside and then taking it hard to the rack and coming up with some rebounds too. He finished up with 5 rebounds tonight as well for Moses Lake. The Mavericks were out rebounding Wenatchee in the game, 20-15. 5 rebounds for Rivers Cook, and all 5 of those came in the second half. And you give Rivers a lot of credit too. He helped Wenatchee big time in that comeback to cut it to within 3.
I thought he was amazing for sure in that comeback. There's no doubt about it. And the Panthers, a valiant effort once again tonight, but just come up a little bit short. And that's too bad for Coach Cansey. It almost seems like 2 games slipped away from him at home this weekend,
definitely
doesn't it?
so. And just the opportunities they had right here in front of them. And they need to hold on to the fact that, okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. We just need to get over the edge. Need to thank our crew tonight. Back at the studio, we had Matthew Moore along with Malcolm Whitehall. Here on site, our line producers, Josiah Davison. On cameras, Matthew Ortiz and Clark Sims. And for Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for watching Big Nine basketball tonight. Finals again, Moses Lake over Wenatchee in the boys game tonight by a final of 67-53. And the final in the girls game, Grant.
67-27.
Thank you very much for the help on that one. That's going to do it for basketball tonight. We'll see you again on TV coming up on Monday. And, of course, some more wrestling on Thursday at Eastmont, and basketball a week from yesterday, next Friday, Wenatchee Eastmont, here on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching tonight's live coverage of local high school sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Together for You, and TC Slingers. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
And the shot, nice shot to the basket.